Good morning, students. I am Suraj Kumar, your geography teacher, and I just came up with the last part of your chapter 1 of part B book, India's People and Economy. In the last class, we had seen about the linguistic classification of Indian languages. We had seen the classification of modern Indian languages into 4 families in the last class. Before that, we had seen about the rural urban composition of population. So all these things, whatever we are studying, it is mainly because on the basis of it will be, all of these will be provide better insight into the growth pattern of the population. And it is also necessary to look into the social composition of the population, and all these things will give into better insight. So under the population composition, we had already seen rural urban composition, where we have seen about the urbanization and the trend of urban rural population throughout the India. Then in the next, we had seen about the linguistic composition. There we had seen the classification of modern Indian languages into 4 families and sub families, then different branches in terms of spatial and time bound study. So today I am going to start about the religious composition. So let's start for the today's class. The most dominant force affecting the cultural and the political life of our country or the citizen of India is the religion. Religion actually vertically permeates into the almost all the aspect of the people, family and community life, especially in case of India. India is a secular country accommodating different type of religion. There are more than 4 or 5 major religion in India, besides many minor religion, including the other small religious expression and belief in the form of cemeteries, assemblies, groups, secret groups. These things are available in India. So in India, we need to look into the spatial distribution of religious community, and for that you can look even into the appendix 5F of your textbook, where it is shown about the state-wise or district-wise study about the numerical strength of one religion over the other, or the numerical de-strength of or numerically less number of one religion over the other. So in terms of spatial variation throughout the India, we can look into appendix 5 of your textbook. There we can also see that some of the languages may be very negligibly represented in one state or the other state. So in India, if you look into the major religion, Hindu is the only religious majority in India. The largest religious minority is Muslim community. Besides that, other religious minority Other major religious minority includes Sikhs, Christian, Jains, Buddhists, many other small religion scattered over different part of. Just see this table 1.3. It is showing about the religious community of India according to 2011 census. Here you can see it in this table that religious group are mentioned in terms of population in millions and in terms of total percentage of the population these groups are covering according to 2011 census. So Hindus, as I already told, that in India Hindus are religious majority. So majority community, the Hindu, constitutes around 966.3 million population out of total 135 million population. According to a 2011 census, India's population was around 121 million out of not 121, 1210 million. So India's population in 2001 census is around 121 crore. Out of that, 96.63 per crore is the number of strength of Hindus, which constitutes around 79.8, approximately 80% of the total population of India in 2011. So Hindu constitute 80% of the total population according to 2011 religious population census. In absolute number terms, it is around 96 crore. Out of all the minority community, Muslims are the largest minority, constituting around 172 million, or we can say that 17.2 crore in absolute number. Means Muslim number strength is around 17.2 crore according to 2011 census, which constitutes of around 14% of the total population as per 2011 census. Then Christian, approximately 2.78 crore or 27 million, around 28 million, constitutes 2.3% of the total population. Then comes Sikhs, 2.08 crore or approximately 1.7% of the total population. Then Buddhist, around 0.84 crore, or we can say that 8.4 million, which constitutes approximately, even Buddhists are very minimum in number. In percentage term, they are covering even less than 1%, and in terms of percentage, it constitutes only around 0.7% of the total population of India. Same way, Jain are even lesser in number, constitutes only 4.5 million, that is 0.45 crore. In terms of percentage, they are just only 0.4% of the total population of India. Other scattered groups which have their indigenous different religions constitutes 7.9, approximately 8 million population, that is around 0.8 crore. In terms of percentage, these are approximately around 0.7% of the total population of India. So here I am saying it in two terms. First column is about the population in millions. It is in terms of absolute number wise इतने लोग हैं, 17 करोड़ लोग हैं मुस्लिम्स के, क्रिश्चियन 2.78 करोड़, 2.08 करोड़, मिलियंस और करोड़ में थोड़ा सा अंतर हो जाता है. 1 बिलियन इक्वल टू 10 लाख विच इज इक्वल टू 0.10 करोड़. So the first column is in terms of absolute number, कितने पॉपुलेशन है, कितने लोग हैं, डिफरेंट रिलीजियस माइनॉरिटी कम्युनिटी के और डिफरेंट रिलीजन के कितने सिटीजन्स और कितने लोग इंडिया में रह रहे हैं. एंड सेकंड कॉलम इज ऑल अबाउट इफ वी कन्वर्ट दैट एब्सोल्यूट नंबर इन टर्म्स ऑफ परसेंटेज. सो इन टर्म्स ऑफ परसेंटेज ऑफ द टोटल पॉपुलेशन 79.8% हिंदूज हैं, 14.2% of India's total population is Muslims, same way so on, and this figure is according to Census of India 2011. So now you can understand what are the major composition. If you look especially into different spatial dimension, if we concentrate our study into the spatial dimension, that is according to different states or stats according to different areas, different states, different regions, then Hindus are distributed as a major group in many states. So Hindu is the only majority religion in India, and as it is the only majority population or only majority religious population, so in major or many of the state, means except few of the states, in rather all the states Hindu are in majority, and in maximum of the states their population range in terms of percentage is approximately around 70 to 90% of the total population of the respective states. Means इंडिया के मेजर ऑल टाइप अप्रॉक्सीमेटली सारे स्टेट्स में, कुछ फ्यू स्टेट्स को छोड़ के मैक्सिमम ऑफ स्टेट्स में हिंदूज का परसेंटेज ऑफ पॉपुलेशन हिंदू रिलीजियस कम्युनिटी का इज अराउंड 70 to 90%. एक्सेप्ट मीन्स ये जो 70 to 90% ऑफ द हिंदूज पॉपुलेशन का जो ये फिगर दिखा रहा है, दैट इज अप्रॉक्सीमेटली इन all the state except 2 or 3 states, like the district of the states along the Indo-Bangladesh border, means states which or the districts of some of the states which lies in bordering area of Bangladesh, or some of the district of the states lying in the bordering area of Pakistan, some of the districts of the state of Jammu and Kashmir, hilly states of northeast, and in scattered area of Deccan Plateau and Ganga Plain. Except these area or districts, in approximately all the other states or all the other districts, Hindu are in majority, and their percentage lies in approximately 70 to 90% of the total population. Muslim is the largest religious minority, as I already told, and they are mostly concentrated in states of Jammu and Kashmir, certain district of Bangladesh because of proximity to the Bangladesh, certain district of West Bengal constitutes majority of Muslim population. Besides that, South Indian state of Kerala, many of the districts of Uttar Pradesh, in and around area of Delhi, and in Lakshadweep Island. If I want to clarify here is that in terms of percentage, the maximum percentage of Muslim population throughout Indian states including Union territories lies in लक्षद्वीप आइलैंड. जैसे लक्षद्वीप में परसेंटेज वाइज सबसे ज़्यादा मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी है, ठीक है, रहता है. तो आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ मुस्लिम मेजोरिटी में किन किन स्टेट्स में, जम्मू एंड कश्मीर में है, बांग्लादेश से प्रॉक्सिमिटी होने के कारण वेस्ट बंगाल के कुछ डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में है, Then Kerala, Lakshadweep. Lakshadweep is an island in Arabian Sea and having a very proximity with the Kerala. So Kerala और Lakshadweep दोनों अगल बगल हैं. तो these area में Muslim concentration of population is more or in majority. Besides that, certain districts of western Uttar Pradesh, some part of the eastern Uttar Pradesh also, and in and around areas of Delhi are the major concentration of Muslim population, or Muslim population lies in these area or these districts in majority. Out of them, the majority strength of Muslim population is mainly in Kashmir Valley and Lakshadweep. As I already told, in Lakshadweep around 80 to 90% of the population is Muslim population. Same way in Kashmir Valley, more than 60% of the population is Muslim population. Besides that, if you look into the Christian population, they are mainly distributed in the rural areas of the country. Main concentration is observed along the western coast. If you look at the Muslim concentration of population, they are mainly concentrated in रूरल एरिया, ग्रामीण एरिया में ये ज़्यादा पाए जाते हैं. क्रिश्चियंस का पॉपुलेशन ज़्यादा है इंडिया में, और उसमें भी जो मेन कंसंट्रेशन है वो वेस्टर्न घाट के साइड है, वेस्टर्न कोस्ट पे, मेनली कोंकण एरिया में, बट नॉट इन महाराष्ट्र. इन द कोंकण बेल्ट ऑफ इंडिया एक्सेप्ट महाराष्ट्र, दैट इज इन गोवा, केरला, दिस होल एरिया is having a majority of Christian population. Besides that, northeastern region or northeastern states of Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, hills of Manipur are having a Christian population in majority. Besides that, few of the chunks or the short pockets of Chota Nagpur plateau area in states like Jharkhand or Chhattisgarh having some pockets of concentration of Muslim population. 6, on the other hand, mainly concentrated in the area of Punjab, Haryana and Delhi, in and around, mainly in Punjab, majority in Punjab. Besides that, they have good concentration in Haryana and Delhi as well. Jain and Buddhists are the smallest religious community out of all major minor religious community. इंडिया में जितने मेजर रिलीजियस कम्युनिटी इज हिंदू, बिसाइड्स दैट ऑल आर माइनर. इन माइनर में भी सबसे लेस, जो सबसे छोटा माइनर कम्युनिटी है, दैट इज ऑफ जैन्स एंड बुद्धिस्ट. इसमें भी जैन्स का नंबर ठीक है, कंसंट्रेशन अच्छा है. ये अर्बन एरिया ऑफ राजस्थान, गुजरात एंड महाराष्ट्र, दीज एरिया में जैन्स का कंसंट्रेशन है थोड़ा बहुत. दे आर नॉट इन सिंगल मेजोरिटी, they are not a single majority community in any of the state of India. These both Jains and Buddhists are not in majority in any state of India, but instead they are in large number in the urban areas of Rajasthan, Gujarat and Maharashtra. Buddhists are mainly concentrated in Maharashtra. Besides that, some chunks of Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh area, you can say that area around the Tibet region of, so area lying near or proximity to the Tibet regions are having some sort of Buddhist community in India, like the area of Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh. They are very close to Tibet area, Tibet bordering area of China. Besides that, Ladakh region of Jammu and Kashmir, and some pockets of Lahaul and Spiti Valley of Himachal Pradesh. Besides that, there is another state known as Tripura having a Buddhist minority concentration of population. Besides that, other religious area of India includes the Zoroastrian. Other religious community of India includes the Jewish or Zoroastrian. Tribal people have their own indigenous faith and beliefs, so they also considered as one of the religious minority in India. So these Jurist or Zoroastrian and tribal indigenously faith and belief following people are concentrated in small pockets scattered throughout the country. They are not concentrated in just one district or two districts. They are highly scattered and concentrated in small packets throughout the country. Then there is one of the important topic in names called religion and landscapes. Means what are the relation between the religion and the landscapes, or what are the impact of religion in landscapes of many places inside our countries. So formal expression of religions on landscape is manifested through the scarred structure. ये पवित्र स्ट्रक्चर कहीं कहीं मिलता है ना, कहीं कुछ बोलते हैं कि ये स्टोन बड़ा पवित्र है, ये पेड़ बहुत पवित्र है, इसकी पूजा होनी चाहिए. So that kind of thing, temples area, mosque area, these are having a impacts or imprints of religion over the land in forms of landscapes, and these are having a very close relation with different religions. So formal expression of religions on landscape is manifested through scarred structure like the cemeteries. You can say that मिट्टी के बने हुए बहुत जगह हम लोग पूछते हैं, कहीं कहीं कोई शेप बन जाता है. शिवलिंग फॉर एग्जांपल, यू कैन टेक एट इट एज शिवलिंग के बारे में आपने देखा होगा. दैट आर सम सॉर्ट ऑफ सेमेट्रिक, और कुछ शेप ऐसा बन जाता है. बिसाइड्स दैट असेंबलेज ऑफ प्लांट एंड एनिमल. बहुत ऐसे रिलीजन है जिसमें प्लांट्स की पूजा होती है, एनिमल्स की पूजा होती है. लाइक तुलसी के बारे में आपने सुना होगा. एनिमल्स में काउ, गाय की पूजा करते हैं लोग. सो सच काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. देन ग्रोव्स ऑफ ट्रीज फॉर रिलीजियस पर्पसेस. ट्रीज के मामले में बरगद का आपने देखा होगा, पीपल का पूजा करते हैं हम लोग. सो banyan trees or the people trees are the symbol of religion in our Hindu culture. Then sacred structure are widely distributed throughout the country. बहुत ज़्यादा ऐसा आपने देखा होगा, जैसे शिवलिंग हो गया पवित्र, बहुत कोई पत्थर को लोग पूजना शुरू कर देते हैं. साइड काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स, किसी एरिया में लोग मानते हैं कि ये एरिया बहुत पवित्र है. So people used to link these things. These may range from inconspicuous village shrines to a large Hindu temple, monumental masjid, or ornately designed cathedrals in large metropolitan cities. So बता रहा है कि ये आप जो ये religious scattered structure की बात करते हैं, ये विलेज के छोटे छोटे श्राइन से लेकर के बड़े बड़े हिंदू टेम्पल्स, बड़े बड़े मस्जिद, छोटे बड़े हर तरह के मॉस्क, देन मेनी डिफरेंटली डिजाइन कैथेड्रल्स, चर्चेज, ये सारे जो सेटल्ड है डिफरेंट बड़े सिटीज में भी हैं, विलेज एरिया में भी हैं. दीज ऑल आर द सिंबल ऑफ इम्प्रिंट्स ऑफ रिलीजन ओवर द लैंडस्केप्स. These temples, masjid, gurudwaras, monasteries and churches may differ in size, form. इनका साइज अलग हो सकता है, अलग अलग तरीके से बना हो सकता है. स्पेस छोटा बड़ा हो सकता है, स्पेस यूज वाइज, डेंसिटी वाइज, but all including attributing a spatial dimension to the total landscape of the area. But इन सब चीज़ों के बाद भी मॉस्क के एरिया में जाओ या टेंपल के एरिया में जाओ या गुरुद्वारे पे जाओ या मॉनेस्ट्री पे जाओ, ये टोटली बाकी सिटी का जो लाइफ चल रहा होगा, जिस भी एरिया में ये टेंपल बना हुआ है या किसी सिटी में ये टेंपल बना हुआ है, तो उन सराउंडिंग एरियाज का अपना एक अलग फ्लेवर होगा, सिटी एरिया अलग डेवलप होगा. बट व्हेन यू एंटर इनटू दीज sacred area और ये पवित्र जगहों पे जब आप इंटर करोगे तो इनका एक अलग ही स्पेशल डायमेंशन होता है, एक अलग ही इनका फीचर्स होता है जो कि इसको बाकी सिटी लाइफ और द सराउंडिंग एरिया, अगर विलेज में है तो विलेज लाइफ से इसको सेपरेट करता है. सो these are the imprints of religion over the land or area, and this is also called religion or landscape. Religion and landscape. Composition of working population is the next dimension which we are going to study. So I think for today it's enough. We will start this topic in the next class. By that time, as I already told you guys, that you need to submit your assignment in the platform available in Google Classroom. I already checked few of the assignment. There is only 2 people who are submitting assignments. I just request all of you, because you are the student of class 12th, and it is very mandatory or necessary for you students to submit or to do work at home. So please pay concentration on it. And who already submitted the assignment, I already reviewed it. You need to improve day by day. You need to develop the descriptive and writing skills over the time. So see the comments or the reviews and act accordingly to improve your writing skills and overall impact over the marks with time, so that you can score a good marks in the final exam of your class 12. Okay, bye bye. See you in the next class.